By being me, I don't think.
By being me. I'm enough.
I am enough.
Okay.
Let's do the rest of the tweets.
Your position is insurmountable. Come, it seems
For anybody at the strip club, work is two different things. Work
I understand that.
And out of work is two different things.
I
don't
understand
mess
that.
with nobody at work.
But if they find out what you do for,
And
Okay,
I'm saying that
how do you lift it up? You lift it up by saying you don't get what you want the most until you commit.
but the thing is hold on.
So you are then
Because
leading. You need to lead men.
His fault or is it the
It's
man's
both.
fault?
It's both. If every woman today that was marketable, and all of you guys are on the market, correct? Looking for life partners?
I've never been on the market.
Okay.
Okay, no,
But if every one of you...
Yeah, no, I'm emotional.
interesting. Okay. What about you? What did you also claim to be special?
Yes, you did.
I'm special. I feel
House
like
a certain way. Maybe he might not be, kept a certain way. Maybe he's not groomed a certain way. Maybe he's not your type. Maybe he doesn't look a certain way. Girls are quicker to disqualify men than men are to disqualify women. Way more.
To God, ultimately, like, I'm not God.
Yeah, so how do you know?
Because I'm saved by grace, by grace in Jesus.
What about them? You don't know.
Well, I'm not God. I haven't determined the end of their life. You can't tell me right now.
Women tend to conflate the two. Oh, he fucked me, so that means he cares about me. No, that's on you as a female to have common sense and realize what men are actually committed to versus which men aren't. And
I like hearing drama.
Girls like to be
catty. They like the
You're
drama.
making every point for me right now. I totally agree. So
we're not
wait,
disagreeing.
so men enjoy being violent with each other. Totally agree. Can't.
Industries, are we at liberty to mention those? Or
after
prefer not?
undergrad, I did my undergrad at Cal, and I worked in biotech for a couple years, and then I did an MBA in LA, and I worked in oil.
Okay, gotcha. Yo,
I guess the last question I was going to try to get you to is how far. So, if there was never money exchanged in hands again, right?
no.
no,
Did you make her cry? I mean, I wasn't looking at her, so I didn't see the progression of the facial expression.
No,
You know,
she
just got emotional.
Facts that sometimes
Because that's
not
men
true.
will fuck anything.
You can look
bro.
at my damn
Okay.
history.
It's easier for
Well, hold
women
on,
to
hold on.
fuck a man than
so
a man to fuck a
so
woman.
you at least get the opportunity with the guy, right?
I give somebody
Yeah,
a
because
chance.
it's easy to fuck a guy.
Okay,
Y'all
okay.
are willing to.
Clearly, it was you. Well, I mean, I suppose that's the only value that you see in men.
I never
but,
said that. Did I say that?
Well, it
I was just
seems
asking
you seem a little
questions.
defensive about it, but
You?
I don't know what to do, guys. It showed. I think we have to end it, and maybe we have to restart. I don't fucking know, bro. Millisecond, bro.
Why is this man so mean to me? I did nothing to him.
I am not mean to you. I'm just curious.
I'm finished talking to you.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
And then he's laughing about affecting a woman feeling emotionally raped by him as if he doesn't.
It depends. Anything is possible. Like, yeah.
But is it probable? Possible is one thing, but is it probable? Possible is okay.
Boys.
So men your age, I would argue, say probably, right? In your age group. So they suck ass because they want sneaky links, and what else was the term used?
Fuck buddies.
Fuck buddies. Okay.
Is it the type of Yeah, is it the placement of the tattoo, or is it just like the what?
There's a
Because just
multitude of
because I
factors
have
that
a tattoo
factor in with
neck
tattoos.
or a neck
It could be too many.
It could be.
that men make. But it's not factoring in for the fact that, for example, all men collectively work more hours than women. They're more likely to work overtime. They're more likely to relocate. They're more likely.
Is always say that they practice white magic, the magic of abundance or growing or nurturing. But I don't see how you actually could do that without affecting the will of the things that are around you. I don't even see how.
They're still playing games.
actually,
they're
they're not
still doing
dunking.
They're not dunking.
They're not dunking. See, you don't even watch the WNBA. So you don't even watch it because they're not dunking. That was crazy.
So you mentioned, right, before pregnancy. That by itself can defeat your...
Myself, I have some men that I talk to here and there, but I don't really place much importance upon them unless they prove to me that they are important.
So if you met a guy that was the one,
Their labor as much.
But if it's the same labor,
Even if it's the same labor, he just doesn't value it as much.
well then I think that says something about how he values women.
Yeah, but how would it actually be immoral?
The relationship, right?
If somebody loves me, then and I love them, then I keep dating them. I don't really worry about the why.
So you don't know what you bring to the table?
don't really give it that much
That
consideration.
would decrease half the dating pool, probably.
I totally disagree because we know what that world looks like. We used to have it 50 or 60 years ago. You know what? Men grow up quicker. They stop being man-childs and infants.
Why do you need the spell?
It's not that I need it, it's that I choose.
No, hang on.
No, I mean like, like it was the will. But I don't even know if I can make this make sense.
I'll say carcass. Punching a carcass in a fucking Philly free shop somewhere in the 1970s. Like, a lot of the time women don't like, they don't go through that. So,
Up to you, you wouldn't be able to take him? I mean, if it was some big...
It was a serious question.
Yeah, but what do you mean it was a serious question? You're being...
It's what you're asking her a little bit.
How was it similar? It wasn't...
Any day. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, question for the ladies. What's more important in a guy, confidence or a sense of humor, and why? You can start here with Ms. Brazil.
You can monetize.
Yeah, but they couldn't. I mean, that would fall under anything, though, right?
Anything that you can monetize and you have to learn how to do it, I would call that a trade skill.
Based off their beliefs of, you know.
Are they in power because they're men?
Hey,
Okay.
let's just pretend.
Okay.
Trump was my dad. Let's just pretend.
Yeah.
Would you give me a little more respect?
No.
None?
Cure men, and then I can just tell right then and there.
What about maybe it's your behaviors or the way that you speak that makes them realize these things?
I know it's not
And
that
I'm
because
very
I
submissive
carry
Really?
myself very high.
Really?
Luxury market is really tricky. We've managed to 10 times our revenues whilst using the Google product.
Grammarly to illustrate how AI can be your brainstorming thought partner. Grammarly can suggest personalized ideas to kickstart my paper. First, I enter some basic information about my paper into a doc.
But you're correct. I'm not married. That's for some reasons I'm not going to discuss on this show. But
Oh, okay.
but I'm not anti-marriage.
Huh?
You know what I do? I just bite my fingernails. I don't know how. Then you can't even do it. Just eat them off. It's the best way to do it.
Fight like
But
Rocky.
what percentage of women are actually doing that?
Not as many probably.
But there's some women doing it.
There's a ton of women athletes too.
Yeah,
like,
sure, but that's a,
Yeah.
Jealousy,
But are you, hang on,
competitiveness.
but are you going to have that problem if you have an all-male workforce?
But you're saying
hang on.
But what if
Hang
it's
on.
not?
Okay, see ya.
Thanks for having it.
You can leave. Bro, did you hide it, Eric?
Pretty soon.
What a fucking cunts, bro. Film it, bro.
Beauty standards, if we're using like Margot Robbie's standards, are ones or even less, but just their confidence and their personality made me think that they were fucking the hottest guy I've ever met.
Well, then what else is there?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
I mean, if you don't know, then I mean, I'm asking you. You're on the other end of the relationship.
It's totally irrelevant to me.
Do you know that that's a symptom?
Of what?
Psychopathy.
Psychopathy doesn't exist.
So they would have an understanding
it's
of
a
that.
public Twitter profile. Anybody could stumble upon your thing. I mean, even in your profile, there's no such asterisk or disclaimer that says,
Her best
wait,
Kiko.
Wait, come on. Wait, what did you say?
She said she didn't like transphobic comments.
No, that's not what she said.
She said that she.
No, she's.
Equity.
yeah. Talk to you about equity.
Equity in a pussy.
Man, you didn't even know the difference between probable and possible, man. Come on, man.
$5,000. Here's $1,000.
I've had men send me more than that and never meet me. Tons of them. So all things happen.
Okay.
I have one quick follow-up I was just curious about.
And explain to you, and like you trying to equate that to a woman giving birth is not the same at all. Like there's no movies about a chick pushing out babies, but there's a bunch of movies about dudes overcoming adversity, getting to the top.
Let's be real here. If that woman is an executive and let's say she gets pregnant, should she deserve the same amount of money as the man that's actually still going to be at work?
Besides, you're at the mercy of the firm's argument, which is, if it were true.
You can't even handle cramps.
The seed, there's
You can't even handle cramps. You can't even handle cramps. The situation
Cleaning. It's a fairly reputable company. Can you scroll down, Nick? There should be like a circle chart. Scroll down.
That's not your job.
I'm just saying. My point of view.
Your point of view is irrelevant.
This
And
generation
this is the
is so
problem.
fucked up. I'm not trying to.
Let's just keep it 1,000. Your point of view is irrelevant. Why do women feel the
Are you kidding me? Ears, brother. Like I said, I'm not gonna be crazy mean or rude to everybody. But if this is what you are,
I'm just gonna bite my tongue. But all right, out the description you guys fucking got. Like I'm not. If you're just gonna fucking be rude about it. So, it's
sick and tired of it. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Put down in the comment section who guys should watch next. I expose this guy too much. It's just embarrassing what's going on. What a
I asked earlier if you consider yourself a feminist. You said no.
I
But,
wouldn't label
I mean,
myself
you're-
as that. I'm sure I align with feminist values, yeah.
Right, because you next.
Cars. It's kind of sad when you think about the fact that the patriarchy literally indoctrinates women to hate other women for being women. You look like
Nobody came to you on your Twitter. That's just you putting it out into the ether.
Well, yeah, it's called marketing. When you don't actually believe it.
No, she does believe it.
I do believe it.
It's her.
So then it's not marketing. I mean, it is.
To grant to you, yeah, I don't care about how what I say makes a person emotionally feel if the purpose of the discussion
wouldn't want to pigeonhole them.
All right.
Pathetic.
Naruto, thank you, man. Nick, something about Grid 1? His TTS did not come through? Are we good? Oh, okay. And then we have Pelagic. Okay.
I personally think that everyone should have the confidence in themselves as a 10, yes. Because if we were confident in
money as an investment banker?
He did have some, but the lifestyle that I want to live and provide for my family, it wasn't.
Isn't society built that like men are the ones that are supposed to make
you
the
said
money?
You feel like, but in reality, business is money. So
Yeah,
regardless
yeah.
how you feel, it is money.
And actually, you prefer to fund men's sports by your own.
What if the will I have is positive of somebody else? So let me give you a demonstration of how I think that you would really believe this. Okay. So if you were to, let's say,
Any problem with people who don't want that? Again, I like people to live the way they want. I'm kind of a libertarian in that way. And then when I said about abortion rights, I think abortion is a tragedy. I'd like to see zero of it, but I just...
Biologically speaking, I don't want children.
The pick-me's are smart because the pick-me's go pick me, and then the women who are bitter about it are like, yeah, pick
That I am basically not worth living, not worth speaking, not worth breathing, not worth having an opinion. My opinion.
Well, if your opinion is bad, then yes, your opinion. So,
Bullying that people experience, which I had not honestly experienced anything like this before. Nothing like it at all.
yeah, I never experienced anything like that either. I
Yeah.
never experienced other people.
Didn't I just say in that tweet though that like I wouldn't waste my time even trying to affect the will of him or said person?
Yeah, but that might be.
Less than 30% of the guests that we've had on the show are involved in sex work.
Who makes you the most money?
The non-sex workers, actually.
Really?
And how would that?
Before we do, you are. I'm just curious. What are you bringing to the table besides your body to these men who are taking care of you?
You'd have to ask them.
The same.
You win? You want me to tell you you win?
I mean, yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, you
is
know
that?
what? Yeah, say
Is that
Andrew,
all I'm
you.
Blow the holiday fund on an upgrade. Or buy the...
You're
so can
right.
you really be mad at them for that then?
No, I won't be mad, but if I'm telling you the truth, I don't lie. I suck at lying anyways, but I don't lie.
You suck, all right?
I suck at lying.
Can you stop that, please?
Full disclosure of the plan.
You don't need.
of
You
what's
don't need to
going
make
be done
faces.
to
I'm
me
just. It's
psychologically,
audible. It's
then
distracting.
that is the responsibility of the person who's manipulating me.
Can you scroll down? Yeah. I mean, look, it's crazy because they requested to be on the show. I'm pretty sure they probably got linked up with Adam.
Handle something in the realm of fucking visual.
Okay, let me.
Coherence.
I draw the line at sexual assault.
Okay, so do I.
Yeah,
so
no,
when
you
I say
just
I have a
literally tried
boundary.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time. Take your time.
Did I say something wrong? Like,
No, I'm the same way. I'm a big
it's
crier
just
too.
blunt,
Like when you get like that emotional heartstring that just gets tugged,
I've been in that position. I've been in that position where I've been assaulted.
I'm so sorry.
I've been in that position. Why would I ever go and turn the tables and be like, you're whatever, you're
Snap, look, when you want to be quiet.
Yo,
what is going on? You guys don't know about the snap?
What is that? It's like, have you guys ever been to a pub? Exactly what you're trying to do. When you use psychological tactics and emotional manipulation based off of my trauma responses, that is passive aggressive. That is then you trying to manipulate and hurt me. Rather
The Nations Network. Blow the holiday fund on an upgrade. Or buy the one that's been expertly restored by some of the best refurbishers in the world.
That's fine.
Okay.
Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
She thinks so. So that's I'm happy for her.
Killer of Cereal donated $100. No BS. We have assigned.
I don't know.
I mean, because then they would destroy the competition. Who's paying the men more, right?
Okay, so I mean, why don't we see that then? If that's
For way less than new. Enjoy your trip. Let them buy new.
All different. I don't know.
I would argue most girls don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it all the way.
March Beach, man. At that point, she was.
I don't watch porn. I don't watch.
Like, I don't care, but. What?
I kind of want to just bounce, to be honest.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they're not safe, so they're doomed, right?
That's not up to me, it's up to God.
No, but how do you stand out and be special? Is it because you're safe from, like...
Are those breasts real?
No, they're not. What does that have to do with my personality?
You just said never be faked, but much of
We're talking about
much of you is fake.
Learn Python for a career in data science, IT, or engineering, then you need
kids. So there's. But didn't I just say that men are providers, so they should be doing these jobs? Like it shouldn't. Like I mean, if a woman wants to.
Knock that on the table. I asked you to stop, and you made like a whole face about it.
You want me to leave?
No, I'm not asking you to leave, but
That's not true. Women sports are actually funded equally in colleges. And a
In
lot of the
colleges.
time, yeah, in colleges.
Yeah,
now
but
we're
not-
going to go professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here,
We're
okay.
talking about
now,
NBA.
here's the part where he could possibly die, etc. And you're trying to compare that to having a child. Now, of course, I think having a child is the best thing that you can do. But I'm sorry, that is not the hero's journey. Not every single woman.
She's sarcastic. I don't even know how to explain.
Okay, so you like lean onto it.
So, like for example, someone makes a joke out of me,
Yeah.
and I just like brush it off. Like,
So you lean into it.
what does that mean?
like front.
No, I don't expect that.
Okay, would you expect them to protect you in some sort of self-defense?
Not unless we're dating or something more than on the roster.
Men
There's
like
no
to
way.
do
There's
that
no way.
too.
Hold on.
Who's the
That
defensive?
could even be relevant.
I'm just collecting data.
Do you think we keep track on like the clip from this specific person? It's honestly our
I
most
would think you would.
our
The
most
analytics.
viral moment.
Like, male pattern. I'm not going to try to explain it away. I'm going to say you're right. And in that area, I am not top of the category. Whereas if you deal with a woman, you say, hey, rate each other. I'm like, oh, girl.
First,
Okay, let's have fun with this. Wait a minute. Hold on, let's have fun with this. How many of you have been to a WNBA game?
Raise your hand.
Oh, okay. How many of you have been to an
Folks, and then she said that he's not good enough, looking not to pay, basically.
I saw it pop up there for a second, so.
I'm interested.
Are you interested?
About the black ghetto slave soul inside, or
What part of it were you interested in?
well, sorry, you said you guys weren't that interested. Then I could get away with demanding equality. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Guys that I'm.
You think I'm wrong because of my physical appearance to children. You can't take 3-4 years off from work, come back and be like, I can't believe the guy who was making the same amount as me 4 years ago is now making more than me. Like, you can't make that.
Don't give a shit if you have a will, which ordinarily would not be affected by me, that I affect to get the shit I want. But I'm not a psychopath. I want to hire men. I think it's rational to say I only would want to hire men. I don't think it's immoral that a person would move down that thought pattern of I'll only hire X.
And I'm never going to be no one's fucking side. I know
She
what I
might
want
be
in
okay
life.
with it, but it doesn't mean that she wants that though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, well, she clearly wants it if she ain't trying to get nothing more.
She's insecure.
I mean, I was just about to say exactly what I thought, but then he had
thing, but it's a culmination of different types of love that are not just erotic. There are deeper types of love that transcend the physical. Physical is part of it. Sexual compatibility, as you say, is a huge part of the relationship.
Well, then how do you categorize what is a psychological condition?
You can get a brain scan and your gray matter would show up differently than somebody without psychopathy.
That, first of all, when you talk about brain scans, that's
Female podcasts and male podcasts, and why female podcasts typically don't do as well. And then I was talking about, and I went a little bit further, saying, well, it's because women don't typically have the hero's journey that men do.
Yo, she mentioned super for a reason.
She laughing because she knows that we laughing, nigga. She knows we talking
Not just yacht, it's super yacht.
Yeah.
We're always gone when this shit
I
goes
know.
down. It was
What
rage
the
for
hell?
ego.
No, I made a joke. I was like, what if I have a dick right now? And she was like, I would be repulsed by that, and that pissed her off. 'cause
Wait,
she was
that
like,
was six, like in one transaction. Some dude sent you like like 2 Bitcoin or some shit? Any Bitcoin? You ever received crypto?
No.
No crypto.
Is this you or is this a character that you are playing?
I would say it is a character, 85% based on who I am.
Okay. So then,
You have a certain
I mean, I don't. Sure, something probably did happen.
because a woman, if men in your life have always treated you well,
Yours are,
I wish.
That'd be nice.
I would not be here. I'd be on an island.
You'd have to send me a couple bucks there.
I
Okay.
would have a bigger plane.
So you said that on some issues,
to see your ideology get broken over and over and over and over and over and over and over as the leg gets reset time and time and time again. You call that emotional grape, right? I call it logic and reason.
maybe that. If we were nice, she wouldn't.
Like, what if it said, what if a guy tweeted, I love to hurt women? Then everyone has the ability to argue against something. If you feel that strongly.
Be quiet a lot of the times and don't say anything that's gonna rock the boat because we want to get laid. But women rarely know these things.
y'all just want to get
But
laid.
I have a question.
That's
Like
literally
you
it.
say, some guys say things about tattoos, but is it like the way, like,
But men are wired differently, where many sexual partners for men does not hurt men nearly as much as many sexual partners for women, because women are far more relational driven and far more bond.
Crazy. Could you imagine getting a loan from her? Also, what's the probability I get a return on this? Well,
AWS Certified Cloud course on Udemy. These video lectures and practice activities can help you upskill your team and prepare for your AWS certification. And because Udemy courses are taught by real world.
And another argument with her, especially. Normally, I would check that shit if a girl's checking the phone that much, but we already, I don't know if some of you guys are just tuning in. Major fucking argument before, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just let it slide, whatever.
what I was gonna say was, women disqualify men, right, all the time. We at least give you guys a chance, even if you're not our type. We'll still go on a date with you, etc. So, I would.
Intimate.
How intimate?
Very.
Oh.
So intimate, I would say that it's no longer me running my life. It's
Back up her beliefs. She had nothing, and she stormed off because she was looking for an excuse of something to get pissed off about, which was
No,
not
that's not
just,
cool. You
I'm
can't-
getting
you
completely
can't talk shit
owned
when
on
someone's on the
every
room.
single
That's a
subject.
pussy move. You're doing a pussy move. You can't talk shit when someone's on the room.
Ow, bitch! Oh my god!
Stop the show.
That's disturbing.
It's so accessible. Get it?
That's a stupid story. Or how they frame feminism
You're talking
now.
to a woman right here, okay? Can you stop being sexist,
What if
please?
I'm not a woman?
Huh?
What if I have a penis right now?
Then literally you're just.
Well, they didn't raise you right, but assume for a
No,
second.
I just
that-
diverted to
yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
Okay, so anyway, back to this real quick. I was in the middle of talking. It's awful abusive of you.
Excessive tattoos will disqualify her. And I'm telling you, in general, what I've come to realize about women that have excessive tattoos a lot of times is they have mental instability. Is that every single time? Of course not. There's exceptions.
Therefore, he emotionally raped me. That's
Okay.
absurd.
Okay.
That's like not in the same universe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. On tiered logic, right? It's
Do you-
just not.
Told her to stop.
Well, I told her to stop, like, because I was like pretty stern. I was like, hey, can you stop tapping your nails on the table? And she kind of gave me a look. Here's dope. Andrew's
Okay.
awesome.
Okay, well then,
Love
if
Andrew.
we already know what she's gonna say, and
But
we
she
already
is-
know that there is a
but she is
opposing
chained to the
theory that supposedly
She is chained to the
there
stove
is
right
a
now.
thing whereby why do you target OnlyFans girls?
What does that have to do with us not wanting for you to show nudity?
You literally target basically porn stars.
I don't even know what that means.
It was funny, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being funny to tell somebody to get the fuck out of your picture shot. Fine, sure. But what we're asking here.
Well, I'm very nonchalant, but it's feminism. I don't like saying that's a bad topic. I mean, if you're a feminist, you're a feminist. You just obviously don't realize how much far we've gotten in America.
Couple things, right? Thing one.
I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry. And then when I come back, you can share.
Okay.
How many Sean? Maybe.
I could spend
Yeah, but isn't it
a lot
awful,
of time telling you
But
about
isn't it
it.
awful convenient to say when I do it, it's excused. When you do it, it's because you're a psychopath.
Well, to be honest with you,
Why are you cursing? You could just explain calmly. I'll listen to you.
Please. Okay, so let me just understand your viewpoint. So what is your what is your
one?
Boom. Nice. Okay. Okay. Next tweet. Men are
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah, we did that one.
Did we?
Yeah.
and doing it through trial and tribulation.
Okay.
Like it's not the same whatsoever. And the fact that you tried to equate a female giving birth to like Rocky is wild. And that's why men
do something horrible to your partner from their perspective. But from your perspective, you're only doing this thing as a way to be positive. It's helping.
take it out.
Wife, who in any way tries to put sections of her body near me like that in a sexually provocative way, it's fucking dangerous as hell. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just
horribly dangerous.
I'm just curious.
You wouldn't date him?
No, that's vulgar, and the answer would be no.
Well, why is it vulgar?
You said purely material.
Yeah, it's pure.
I don't like women. I don't want that's such a I don't think that that's good moral standards. Just it kind of relates to all the shit that we've been talking about.
You're bad, B. You're beautiful. You're all tens. Whereas men, we have to live in reality. We have to acknowledge the reality about ourselves and the reality about others and figure out where we stand on the hierarchy.
Well,
That's how low the standard is. That she's referencing something that
You want to
almost
touch
all
on that? Go ahead.
women
Yeah, go ahead. Touch on that.
that
Go ahead.
almost all women do. That's amazing. And in
he's the
fact,
one
it's a
talking.
natural process.
I'm gonna hire them. They're doing the same work, but I'm paying them less because I think that they're doing more complaints. I don't know. I think that. Sorry.
Blow the holiday fund on an upgrade, or buy the one that's been expertly restored.
You just do. You don't want to be sitting there.
That's what
damn,
you
nobody
want.
Came for me. You don't ever want to have to be in that position.
That's what you want. And I have plenty of great friends. I'm choosing not to be in a relationship.
If a midget, stop the face. Would you give a midget?
I
Yeah,
care, but
I ain't dating no midget. Or
problem here.
You're at the last time, please.
So, anyway.
I thought if you write it as
Do you know any
the gift exemption, I think this year is 12 or 14 grand. I'd have to look up with the IRS, so it's more than that. So
Do you-
and I don't mess with tax fraud.
Do you-
I'm afraid of the government.
Name the type of abuse that somebody.
It's so broad that it encompasses everything.
It's the degradation. It's the degradation. It's the calculated degradation.
Peace out. Later.
Peace out. Peace out. You too.
Big man. Big man.
I'm a real girl's girl. I'm not a fake ass girl's girl like half of you girls here in Miami.
One thing about me is never be fake. So.
All right, babe. And that's what
Me expecting my girlfriend to physically defend me if a girl was fucking with me in some way. But
No, would you
that's not
defend your
really.
Yeah, but we're asking, would you defend?
think spells, anyone can do a spell without outwardly saying they're
Yeah,
doing
what
a
kind
spell.
of, so what if you're casting a spell, what would be a spell for a first date?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, so like a new guy comes into the picture, he's asking you out for the first time. I guess what does he have to?
I never said I was trying to change
So when
the
you're
will
praying
of
to
someone
God,
else.
the assumption is God is omnipotent.
Mhm.
So when you're praying, you're only asking to execute the will of God, never the will of you, never the will of any.
What is your contention? It's precisely. Are you saying that women go through the hero's journey because they birth children?
Yes.
Is that your stance?
I mean, and not just that, but there's a lot
What
of
about
things that
Olympic-
women do
Olympic
that
women
men can do
athletes?
as well. What, you don't think women can go
That's
to?
what they would say.
What do you think if we asked 100 random men to rate physical attractiveness? What do you think the average rating would be? Still 10? I'm gonna actually sue her because that was malicious. That was malicious, and she's intentionally interrupting my business. Malicious, tortious interference.
And asked?
Never. Nope.
You never asked, why do you love me?
No. Why would I ask
You
that?
never asked, why do you like me?
No. That's an
You never asked, what are the things about me that you...
Oh, there's a sound. It's too late. Well, good. All right, there you go, folks. You know, we're talking about aviation here.